What is up, all you freaks out there? This is Ryan, and I want to take this time to wish you guys a very happy In My Winter Skin Day. Yeah, I know. It always sneaks up on us every year. I just always forget about In My Winter Skin. I'm always so concerned about Halloween.
Yeah,
Whatever that is.
Halloween is Halloween is in the shadow of In
It
My
is.
Winter Skin Day. So I mean,
It is an afterthought. I need.
the what you say, Rhonda?
Oh my God. That's the what? Yeah, exactly. In My Winter Skin Day. No idea what that is. But it's also National Food Day. So if you like to eat, if you enjoy food, today's
Love
your
it,
day.
love it.
And you love your winter skin.
Hey, that is
What
my
is
winter skin is eating 24/7 to get
what does
ready
it even
for the
mean?
winter.
Let's look. I'm gonna look it up. What is say? What is my winter skin day? My best winter skin day. I apologize. My best winter skin day. So today you need to have your best winter skin day, not your crappy winter skin you have every other day. Today you gotta just
Gotta throw
go
on the
all out
best winter skin.
for your winter skin. Isn't most like skin like the winter like all dry and like chapped and shit?
Yeah, that's what I was like thinking. I mean, my freaking elbows are cracking, my knuckles are cracking.
Yeah. Let's see. Founded by the Skin of Color Society, or SOCS, SOCS, and its foundation, My Best Winter Skin Day raises awareness and offers advice on how to properly care for your skin so that you can look and feel your best during times of harsh winter weather. Holiday also, I want to call this a holiday. It's very loose sense of the word, but the holiday also raises funds to further support education research specific to skin of color dermatology. Winter skin is a dermatologic condition that impacts all people, regardless of skin, age, skin type, or tone. Well, okay, so it is definitely worth having. They need to get, although they really do need to work on their advertising because
They could be advertising this at Bath and Body Works, honestly.
they could have a whole sale.
Wholesale.
The My Winter Skin Day blowout sale. You know
they get certain scents just for the one day.
exactly, and then you can go to the food court and celebrate National Food Day
Yeah, right after.
at the same time. I mean, you can kill two holiday birds with one stone,
One
right
trip to
there.
the mall. That's all you got to do.
Yeah, exactly. So, what's new with you? Anything coming up? Anything you got? Anything going on?
Uh, Honestly, I've just been editing nonstop. Got back from the Conjuring House Sunday, or technically Monday morning at like freaking 2:30 in the morning. Was in the car for 14 hours straight.
That's rough.
Oh yeah, and then Friday we drove for 13 hours straight. So 27 hours within a 72-hour window.
Damn.
Yeah,
You only
I
got to go to
mean,
the Conjuring House, so
yeah, it was a
there's
cool
that.
experience. It was fun to hang out with everybody, see everybody. Damn, I said next time I'm flying.
You get that big forgotten explorations money once you get picked
Yeah,
up, and I'll see you on Travel Channel.
yeah.
Deronda says, "Why am I hearing sounds of the lambs quotes in my head?" Exactly. Hannibal Lecter would want to chase your best winter skin. That's for sure. That is faux show. So you have a I think I heard that you may have something coming out here pretty soon. Some kind of special
Yeah. We
happening.
got our Halloween special that actually comes out in 3 days. First
Nice.
episode drops, so it's exciting. I'm still working I have 4 out of the 5 videos completely done.
So you got that last
Brutal.
one.
Yeah, the last one I have like 16 hours worth of footage to review. So
Kimberly has already got questions for our guests. We haven't even put them on yet. And I'm really excited that they actually could come on. My best winter skin day. Obviously, it's such a big holiday, and
they took the time out of it.
Yeah, while all the moisturizing they're doing down there,
Texas.
Yeah. I'm sure it's a big holiday down there.
Oh yeah.
And, Hallmark is full of my best winter skin day cards. I'll bet down there.
Oh yeah.
So, all right. Well, I see we put them on. How about we do that?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Let's go ahead and add Alex from Ghostseekerstx or Ghostseekerstx down here on the show right now. There we go. Welcome.
Howdy. How's it going, y'all?
How you doing? Very happy.
He's hitting us with that Texas twang, the howdy.
I like that. And of course, we wish you a very happy My Best Winter Skin Day. I know.
I don't know nothing about that, to be honest.
I did. I until like 10 minutes ago when I looked it up
and I was like, winter skin. It's like, what is that?
It's like, ugh. It's like, are we shedding?
Well, no. If you're
yeah,
best winter skin.
This is as best as it gets, apparently.
Yes. This is when you put all the moisturizer on your skin. It feels fantastic.
Oh.
Winter hits and it sucks.
Yeah. That's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
How's the weather down there?
It's actually gonna start getting cooler next week. It looks like we're gonna have another harsh winter like we did 2 years ago. Like everything froze over, everything closed down. Texas didn't know what to do.
Yeah, ice and snow in the south doesn't really mix too well together.
Not at all.
We had a mild winter up here. It was very spring-like.
Yeah. Hopefully it's not snowing again this year. So
I wish we would have snow.
Okay, I'm all right with snow if it's going to be as cold as it freaking is around here, okay? If it's like 22 degrees outside, I better get some of that snow. If I'm going to freeze my ass off outside.
The worst is when it turns like it's like 40 degrees and raining. And it's just like, my God, so depressing.
Smacking you in the face.
Yeah. I need either snow or nothing.
I love the cold weather.
I'd rather be cold than hot, I will say that.
Yes, for sure.
100%.
Hate the humidity up here.
The humidity in Texas kind of sucks too.
Is it humid down there? Is it or is it like a dry?
So humid.
Oh. Is it different? Like, is it different in different parts of Texas, or like?
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Like north of Texas definitely gets more snow than south of Texas.
That's actually super interesting.
Such a big state. I'm sure there's different, like, is it like humid in one part of the state but dry in the other part, like more towards the desert, I guess?
Yeah, exactly.
I wonder if it matters as far as paranormal activity, if it's like humid or dry, if the ghost hates humidity too. Like, screw this.
That's a good question.
I'm too hot.
Screw this. Not gonna haunt you. I'm too hot.
Like, do you think they can feel the like heat and the cold of like the air?
That's a good question. I could always ask, but I don't know if we go straight answer.
It's like, I'm cold. It's 102 degrees outside.
Yeah. It's probably a lot colder to them.
Oh yeah.
What's up, Lisa? Mike's. What's up, Alex and Austin? Oh, hey, leave me out. I see how it is, Mike. Okay.
Nightmare Junkie.
All right. What's up, AG?
How's it going, everyone?
Yeah,
What's up,
there he
Nightmare
is.
Junkie?
There he is with the Nightmare Junkie profile.
All right, Alex. Let's start. Go back in the Wayback Machine and learn about how you got started in the paranormal. Thank you, Nightmare. Appreciate that.
So I started Ghost Seekers, I want to say early 2018. And it started out as like me and my group of friends going out investigating or checking out abandoned locations around town. And then it got deeper into the paranormal. So one night, this was, I still remember everything from this night, October 10th at like 1:18 in the morning. We were on our way, my friend Christian and Devin, we were on our way to the spot called Woman Hollering Creek. It's kind of like in between San Antonio and Schertz, Texas. That's one of La Llorona's sightings. And we go there, and I park the car on the side of the road, and we get out. This was before like we had any cameras, any like equipment or anything like that. All we had was like our phones. And so we're sitting on the ledge, and the water is going under the road from the creek, and we're just sitting there doing EVP sessions. And the third one comes around about 6 minutes in. We're just acting completely normal. Everything's fine. We're just asking questions. And then Devin starts asking, like, he starts calling out to La Llorona specifically, and trying to get her to come out. And I wasn't provoking or anything, but Devin was definitely asking the questions. And the next thing I remember is crying, running to my car, and seeing Christian dolphin diving through my car window because I had the window rolled down. And as we're taking off, I'm like freaking the hell out. And we pull over to a gas station, and I asked Christian, like, dude, what the hell happened? And he was like, dude, in my opinion, I think that you were either being channeled through or had a minor possession. I don't think I had a minor.
I didn't even think about that.
I don't think I had a minor possession. I definitely think something was trying to channel through me, but at the same time, it felt like my own personal body was being taken over. And during like that session when it happened, Christian told me that after Devin asked those questions, I'm just like frozen, and he like turns me towards him, and I just have this vial over my eyes, he says, and he kind of freaked out, threw me onto the dirt, and that's when I snapped, and that's when I started hyperventilating and crying and sprinting to my car, and that's when I saw him dolphin dive through my window. And that is definitely what made me start questioning the paranormal even more.
Okay. And so, you started off with, it's just you guys, you and your friends, no equipment, no cameras, nothing like that.
Exactly.
How does that experience from that point in time turn into, your most recent time at the, I'm going to pronounce this completely wrong, the old Lavaca jail?
Lavaca.
Lavaca.
Yes.
Okay. So how does that experience, like seeing that happen, and then your most recent experience at Lavaca jail, like how do you feel completely differently the same, that first experience to your most recent?
Well, needless to say, I'm definitely not as scared anymore.
Yeah.
Especially after that experience. I mean, most people would think like, "Damn, wouldn't he be scared after that?" And it's the complete opposite for me. Like, I wanted more and more answers to like what happened, and I think on this journey to where I'm at now, it's definitely made me a better paranormal investigator than way back when.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's weird because like I don't even know how you and I like started talking about, doing things and stuff like that, but I know we've been talking for, at least the last 6 months
I think
about
so, yeah.
doing things and stuff like that. And just seeing like your videos, like I'm gonna say this now. I'm jealous of how your videos turn out. Your editing, amazing. Like the evidence that you guys capture, I don't know if you call it evidence, but I'd always say everything's evidence. Like anything that you can get to get to the rational explanation of the paranormal to me is evidence.
I think so
Um,
too.
but
But
yeah,
dude,
like
thank you so much. That really means a lot.
oh
It
yeah,
does.
dude. I mean, like over the last 6 months, like you just seeing all of your journeys that you've taken and the time that you take to actually get this stuff done. Like the interview that you had at Lavaca, that was phenomenal. With who was that? I can't remember.
The lady,
Yeah, specifically.
Lisa Franks.
Okay, okay, yeah, dude. Like you're you're doing great.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So,
And I could say the same for you guys as well.
oh, dude, thank you. But it's not about us. This is about you and your guys. So, how did Ghost Seekers become, as of today, it's you, Beth, and Chris, correct?
Correct.
So how did this like small little idea blossom into what we're now like seeing on a, you know, weekly basis, almost like monthly basis, your adventures?
So I definitely think this incident happened more than 2 years ago, a little over 2 years ago. So I was actually in an incident where I had gotten shot in broad daylight at a gas station here in town. And I feel like since then, I feel more connected to the afterlife than I have ever have. And it's definitely helped me. And since then, Beth has been a part of the team. And then when she started working at Komori, which is a sushi restaurant here in town, um, she met Chris. And then when I met Chris, him and I just clicked instantly.
Yeah.
And we took him out to his first shoot to do like just behind the scenes photography for us. And that night he just ended up clicking with everybody in the team and everybody, and it was history from there. Like he was part of the team.
Yeah, now like these experiences, they start solidifying you guys more and more.
I definitely think so.
Yeah, it's paranormal is just amazing. Like the field, all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
I did see that we had a question before you even got brought on. Let's see. Kimberly asks, "Have you ever been to Yorktown Hospital?"
No. However, I think we will finally be checking it out for the very first time sometime next year.
Hey, a little sneak peek into the year 2024.
Yes, sir.
Um, so we always ask, what is the most memorable moment? If it is
Oh
that
wow.
that first moment, I completely understand that. But other than that first moment, what is like the one thing that sticks out in your mind that you've like witnessed?
Man, besides the woman hollering creek, I would probably have to say our third time at the old Lavaca County Jail. Excuse me, I'm so sorry.
Oh, no.
So this was a two-nighter. First night was absolutely terrifying, more terrifying than night two. So Chris and I are getting ready for our nighttime investigation. Beth was taking a little nap in the housing area. And so I'm doing like the opening to like the introduction of the investigation. And we start hearing like loud, super loud footsteps from the upper cells. And we stop for a moment and it goes quiet again. And then as soon as I start talking again, you just hear doom, 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 doom down the stairs as if someone is running. Now, during the day before that, when we were doing a daytime investigation, Chris got spooked and ran down those same stairs. And I kid you not, it sounded the exact same as his. Like,
Not like a time echo.
oh yeah, it was exactly the same. And then we go upstairs to go check it out. And we go on the women's cells. And the men's cells are to the right when you walk upstairs, and the women's are to your left.
Okay.
So we go to the women's side, and I start doing spirit box, and I start asking questions, and then we start hearing unexplained noises from the other side. And we keep quiet for a moment, and it just builds. The unexplained sounds just keep building and building and building until one point it sounded like, because there's a little opening in the roof,
Mm-hmm.
and it sounded like someone scuffed off of like the hole and jumped right onto the cell. The microphone on that camera does not do it justice whatsoever, because it shook the entire cell that we were in. And we just stood there. We were like, I called Lisa because I started getting really worried. Like, I thought we were trapped at that moment. Like, we thought someone literally jumped through the ceiling and broke in. And I called Lisa because she has a friend that's in the police force out there. And he came down. He didn't go inside, though. He was like, oh, this happens. This happens quite often.
Yeah. Well, why not? You know, you think somebody's inside the jail.
Like, just
cop comes. He's just like,
do a little peek, you know?
Yeah, good luck. Yeah, hopefully nobody's in there.
That's exactly what he did and took off. Like, later, Kyle. See you later.
Nightmare Junkie asks, Alex, have you ever spent the night on a haunt by yourself?
Have I ever stayed the night at a haunt by myself? Have I? I don't think I have.
Do you
Yeah,
plan
I don't
on
think I
doing a
have.
haunt by yourself?
I would like to. I would definitely love to. And I know a place in town that I could definitely do it at. And that's the shout out VFW Post 76.
Okay. So Nightmare Junkie is also saying you should. So is that like, if you were able to do an investigation by yourself, is that like the number one spot that you would want to do?
It's not the number one spot, no. Are we talking about in Texas or just
anywhere?
Different
Money's
states?
not
Anywhere?
an option. You can
Okay.
travel anywhere.
I have
Go for it.
I have three.
Top three. Go for it. Yeah.
Pennhurst,
Okay.
which is a big one. I know that. the Conjuring house for sure. And oh my god, the Sally house.
The Sally house. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I will say this: Conjuring house, completely different than what I anticipated. You go right ahead and stay there by yourself. I get out.
I feel like just one person by themselves in that house would just deteriorate their mental state.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. It is freaky being in there, but you know how like you have you ever gone somewhere, you walk in and your stomach like sinks because you know you're not alone there.
Oh yeah,
Did not have that feeling at all.
in the Conjuring house.
It
Weird.
was very weird. Sarah Hall says, "Have you ever been drawn to a place you have investigated before you have actually investigated it?"
Okay, one more time. I might read it in the comments. Give me 1 second.
Have you ever been drawn to a place you have investigated before you investigated it?
I have and are drawn to locations that I haven't investigated yet. But I haven't been drawn to a location that I have investigated.
Okay.
The ones that I'm mostly drawn to are Penhurst, Conjuring House, and the Exorcist House in St. Louis.
Okay. You got some freaky ones that you're drawn to.
Yeah.
So we've talked, you and I, we've talked one on one. Did you start Ghost Seekers in Texas like
Yes.
completely? So did you ever investigate in your actual like hometown?
In Georgia?
Yeah.
We went to Savannah, I want to say like a year and a half ago. Maybe closer to a year. But we went to Savannah, Georgia, and that's about 2 hours from my hometown, Rome, Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
But I used to visit Savannah all the time. And we got to investigate the old Savannah Theater.
That's really cool.
And when we go back in next year in October with you guys, I want to see about us going to the Pirates House in Savannah. It's a restaurant. However, they have a basement, and the basement also leads to the Savannah tunnels.
Okay. Yeah, dude. I mean, it's gonna be big. It's gonna be fun.
Savannah's
And
going to be so much fun, dude.
that's like the biggest thing about this, right? Like, if you're not having fun with it, why do it? Like,
Yeah.
now, I was asked this question like last week or the week before. Do you just go like, even though you do the YouTube stuff now, do you just go on investigations without filming, like just to have that like enjoyment where you're not worried about, oh, are we capturing this? Are we like, do we have this on camera? Stuff like that.
Sometimes, yes. Sometimes we go and visit locations that we've visited in the past and just like take pictures and clips and stuff like that and just hang out.
Okay. Nightmare Junkie asks, have you ever had dreams about a place you've investigated?
Yes, the old Park Hotel, easily. Easily.
So tell us a little bit about, if people have not seen your videos on the old Park Hotel, tell us a little bit about that.
So the old Park Hotel sits in Ballinger, Texas, like West Texas. And 10 feet from it also sits the old Runnels Jail, and that is also connected to some of the stories with the old Park Hotel.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had a dream where I think I actually talked about it in the video. It was our first time. I might have to go back in the video because I can't remember on the top of my head right now. I want to say it was about like me being some sort of like man there. And I think I was
Okay.
trying to like, I think I was one of the aggressive men
Mm.
from the bordello time or brothel times in the hotel, because it was also two different brothels. And
Okay.
so we investigated it, and then we get to this one certain room, and it's like a red bed, red lighting, and there's a mirror on the wall. And that's when I start feeling strange. And then Dan starts telling us about this story where this man and a woman had like a relationship, and they were having an affair, and they think that the woman was pregnant. And so the man found out, and from what they say, the man grabbed her by the neck and like pushed her up against that wall, and then that's where like the vision vanishes for like the psychics that um investigate that hotel. And he's gotten a lot of psychics pick that same story up. And so for me to feel weird about that story that he was saying, I was trying to like piece like that the
That
man
have
that
any like
yeah.
occurrence to you in your dream?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it would seem logical, since that's like one of the biggest things that people pick up is like, and you are drawn to places, stuff like that. So do you ever feel that you have like you're a sensitive, or you're, you know, something like
So
that?
we Beth and I know a really good friend of ours. Her name is Roxy. Um, her and her husband live out maybe like 30 minutes away from us, and she's a clairvoyant. And first time I met her was actually when Christian and I rented the house for Airbnb. And when we were reading up on it, we were like, this place is like haunted. And so we go there, and Lord behold, she has all these artifacts, all these different haunted objects, all these different like bottles of things. And I was like, wow. And this lady has shed so much light on me and has inspired me so much to continue to pursue in this field. And whenever we would have investigations with her at the house, and I would start feeling different things, she started talking to me, and she was like, you might be on the lines of like a clairaudient, which clairaudients are able to pick up on like the type of energy, if it's like either good, either bad. Um, they can also sometimes feel emotion,
Hmm.
um, and they can also sometimes physically see them, but not like the way clairvoyants and psychics can, where they can fully see them.
Okay.
It's only for like a partial of a second.
It's kind of like a glimpse into it.
Exactly.
Okay. Now, you know, you've done a decent amount of investigations. You have a decent amount under your belt. What is like your most favorite piece of equipment that you use during an investigation?
I definitely like using one of the EMF detectors that we use. It's a black-bodied EMF detector with a blue screen,
Okay.
and the top portion of it, it's like there's numbers up here, and then there's like a number below it, and there's a line that divides them. So the top one is the one you want to pay attention to, which is like the milligauss and stuff like that. And the bottom one actually reads voltage in the area.
Okay.
So, say, like, for instance, if you go back in our past video of the Old Park Hotel, there's a really good example of us in the hallway upstairs. And I think my grandmother is holding it. And the top of it is reading an 18.2. And that is the highest EMF spike that we have ever gotten. And the voltage was reading absolute 0. And so that just confirmed that evidence even more. And
Yeah.
that's why I like those specific EMF detectors.
Because you can differentiate between the actual voltage and the actual
Exactly.
reading. I want to say we have one. We've never really used it. I'm not going to lie to you, but now that I know that, we're
Dude,
probably going to start using it more often.
they're super handy. I promise you.
All right. So,
And if you don't have one, I'll send you a link through Amazon because they sell them on Amazon.
okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, equipment's just so expensive.
Yeah.
I hate that it's
In
so
general.
expensive. Like we dropped something the other day, and I just looked at it on the ground, and I was like, "This is definitely broken. This is like $350 that I'm gonna have to fork out for another one."
Oh,
So
man.
I get it. I mean, it sucks, but
Dude, I almost thought I had to like get a new drone from
oh
this
god,
from this past shoot. Oh god.
yes,
So I actually it's so embarrassing. So like it lifted up into flight. I was doing night shots, keep in mind, with a drone. Shouldn't be doing that. Um so I get the shot that I wanted without any issues. I bring it back to home point and it ends up hitting the metal sign like for your car to park, like right there.
oh,
It says like Ghost Hunter parking, and I hit that sign with the drone.
drone starts flipping around,
Oh my
spazzing
god,
out.
dude! It took the hit.
It just ate
Like
it.
it ate that hit, dude. Like I highly recommend DJI drones. They're so sturdy. And
I like
I already
DJI.
crashed it once. I already crashed it once at Old Park Hotel in the tree behind it.
My God,
Swear,
Alex.
bro. That was like my first like real shoot with the drone. And I was like, man, this is like in the beginning of the shoot too, before like the interview. Screw this.
So we've talked about, next year, October, we have stuff coming up together.
Yes.
What is your like biggest thing that you've got coming up for 2024? Like, you have something in the works? Do you have something
Ooh.
planned out?
So I'm not sure if y'all saw me talking on Facebook and Instagram about this. This was from our last time we investigated at the VFW. I was talking about how that would be our last time there until the beginning of next year in January. In January, I would love to start filming our documentary that I want to do on that location.
Okay.
I want to do a full-blown documentary, and I'm thinking about having Ethan from Wolf Paranormal join me for one of those nights because I'm going to do 3 separate investigations, one a week. And then I want to be able to talk to some of the other staff that I haven't gotten a chance to talk to yet, to see if they have had any personal experiences in the location, and then have that in it. I don't want to narrate the video though. I don't want to narrate the documentary. I stutter way too much, and then I start talking like a robot after a while.
Dude, I mean, I have Jacob do all the like history talking and stuff like that. I used to film myself on a webcam to do it. And I'm like sitting here looking at myself in my camera on my computer, and I'm like, I look like a freaking idiot. But no, I mean that I'm actually excited for that. Like that's I like how you guys, you're taking the time to actually keep going back to this one location. Because I mean that's literally what ghost hunting is. Like it's not a one and
This would
done
be
kind
the
of situation.
13th time. This would be the 13th time that
Hey,
I've been.
that's even better. The 13th time? What a number
Yeah.
to do this on. Like, man. Yeah, so I mean, you guys got a lot of stuff coming up. You guys have been doing a lot of stuff. If you had to give advice to somebody that wants to start in this field, just randomly one day, what would you say to them?
I think I would have to say, like, just be you. Like, and I definitely think that's what this paranormal field should be about. And it shouldn't be about like who's better than one another, like the cockiness and demon shit. Like, we all need to work together as a community and make this a better community than what it is today.
100% agree.
And another piece of advice I would like to give is when you're starting out, it doesn't matter like if you have phones, like you don't have to have cameras or fancy equipment, SLSs or anything like that. Just go out, record on your phones. There's an audio recording specifically on your phone as well if you want to do EVP sessions.
Yep.
And yeah, and there's also like a pretty reliable ghost app, Spirit Talker. I would definitely use that just as like to this, like kind of put it to the side and see if it matches up with anything that is going on in the investigation.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely agree. I do know some of these apps are like super hated on, stuff like that.
Yeah.
We use GhostTube, something like that.
GhostTube.
Yeah, we use that. We've always had super, you always have the BS crap that's in there. Like it's like, oh yeah, bacon. I'm like,
you have to take it with like a grain of salt.
Yeah, but then you have some of the most amazing evidence that could come out of it.
Yeah,
like
it could say something like so spot on.
Oh,
and
definitely.
it just leaves you like jaw dropped. Like,
yeah.
Did it just really say that right now?
Yeah. Now I asked you about your favorite piece of equipment.
Okay.
What is your least favorite piece of equipment? And you're not bashing on anybody. This is your own personal opinion.
Oh man. I'm still a little iffy about Spirit Talker, but I mean, it's just to the side,
Yeah.
But besides that, I would probably have to say cat balls.
Okay.
Cat balls probably have to be my least favorite.
Now, is that just like because you never get anything with them, or is it like they're too unreliable, kind of stuff like that?
I think it's a little bit of both.
Okay.
Because literally the slightest vibration can also set them off.
Yeah. When you use them, you literally
you have to
sit there. Yeah.
like
And I don't know about you, but my knees start hurting after a while. So I'm
I
like,
feel you, bro. Like
I have to sit
my
down.
knees are so bad.
So before we, before we leave you, before we end the show and all that stuff, do you have anything coming up like in the near future besides your documentary that you're working on and stuff like that?
Yes. So December 20 sorry, December 21st through the 23rd, we're actually going to be back at the old Park Hotel, but this time for our first 2-night investigation.
Okay.
And we also might be doing it with the jail that's right across the street from it. Like literally 20 feet from, like, you walk out of the hotel, 20 feet later, you're at the jail.
Wow. And you guys are filming this?
Yeah.
Okay. So December 21st through the 23rd, you said you're filming it.
Yeah.
So do you have like a time frame of when you'll have the video out? Or that you hope to have the video out?
I would like to have it out and celebrate it for like either New Year's Eve or New Year's Day even. But we'll see.
I know how it is. I'm just asking to ask because it's like I know how much time goes into everything.
Oh yes.
I know you're not just editing just for you, you're editing for others as well, which I give you 100% props for. But yeah, I mean, dude, like that's sick. That's really cool. We do have one more question from the audience. Nightmare Junkie asks, have you ever investigated a morgue?
A morgue, man. I don't think so. I think the like closest to a morgue might be like where they get you cremated.
Yeah, okay.
I think that might be the closest that we've come to a morgue.
Do you want to investigate a morgue at some point?
Most definitely. We have a mortuary like 1 mile down the street from us.
You're like sending them emails, sending them letters in the mail.
I mean, I think they opened literally last year, and they've already had tons of business fly through there.
Yeah, that's ooh. Ooh.
It's so
kind of crazy.
Honestly, it's kind of creepy because like it's right there behind our neighborhood. So I'm like, wow. And my dad, he was like wanting to work there. I was like, you want to work at it like a mortuary? He's like, yeah, I want to do like where you do the stuffing and like that whole process. I'm like, well, you have fun with that at the late shift.
Yeah. I've seen the autopsy of Jane Doe. Okay.
Oh, so good.
I'm good. All right. You know what? This isn't like paranormal talk or anything. What is your favorite?
No.
Yeah. What is your favorite horror movie?
Fuck. Excuse my language. I'm so sorry.
You're good.
Oh man. I will say I have seen the Conjuring film well over 80 times now. That's why I even have more of a calling to that house.
Okay.
And The Exorcist, classic. And I really like Friday the 13th.
Okay. Like the original?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
What about you?
Eden's. Oh, mine. Scream. Honestly, it's like my top one.
New or old?
Honestly, the original I love just because it's like, I mean, it's ahead of its time.
Nostalgic. Like,
yeah. But no, like it's a Nightmare Junkie says Georgetown Morgue. Look it up. They have a haunted one there in Seattle.
I'd like to visit Seattle one day.
Oh yeah. No, but yeah, Scream. Kevin Edens, homie, very close to my heart. Not gonna. This isn't my heart, but this is my heart. I didn't want to cover up the whole hospital side. Love him to death. Him and Rachel both. He says, "My wife and I can't wait to meet you someday soon, Alex." So,
Oh, I can't wait to meet y'all one day too. Thank y'all.
They're good people, very good people. So yeah, before we end, you want to go ahead and shout out all of your platforms that you're on, all your social media, all that stuff.
Sure. So Ghostseekerstx on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok as well. And we're also on Threads, but I don't post to Threads much. But yeah, you can find us on all platforms, basically. Facebook as well. Yeah.
Okay. And then before we head out, what is your one goal for 2024?
Definitely being more connected to other people in this community. I would definitely like to meet a lot more people in this community next year.
Okay.
Because like everybody that I've met here in town is just so awesome and so wholesome. Dan from Old Park Hotel, Lisa and Deb from the Lavaca County Jail, Monica from VFW. I cannot thank them enough.
And see, that's the biggest thing. That's why I like you guys, because like very humble. I will say that you're very humble, and you guys are in it for the right reasons. So
Thank you.
But yeah, I think Ryan is going to end the stream. So I am going to say this. It was a pleasure guest hosting tonight. Thank you, Ryan. Ryan, I hope you feel better. And yeah, you guys, next week, I don't know who he has on, but he will be here. Same freaking awesome time, same freaking awesome place. Good night, Alex. Thank you for joining us.
Thank y'all for having me. Have a good
Good night,
night.
everybody.